Hey guys, how's beautiful creatures today? Quick intuitive card pull for you from my homemade deck. It's been a while since I've posted. I'm pretty hectic. I've got some other stuff happening and I'm doing a lot of healing and I'm trying to anyway. Working through some stuff as I'm sure most of you are. What have we got for beautiful creatures today? Spirit come through. Here we go. Do you feel stuck? If you are feeling stuck, make sure you are. You guys probably can't see very well. Hang on a second. Well, anyway, you can't really see. Do you feel stuck? If you're feeling stuck, have a look at what you're doing. Maybe it's uncomfortable to sit with the things you need to work through to move forward. I know sometimes I have those issues myself, and sometimes it's exactly what you need to do. Sometimes you just need to meditate or, take a bit more of an observer's view and gives you a bit of a different perspective, which can help, proceed with caution. And on the back, I've got the letter A and the number 1. Whatever it is you're doing, make sure you are moving forward, but if your intuition's telling you to be careful or you're feeling wary for whatever reason, make sure you go at it with positive intent and just be careful with what you're doing or maybe how you're dealing with it, depending. Read the fine print if any of you are looking at signing contracts or entering into any sort of agreement. Make sure you're reading the fine print. The letter B and the number 22 might be relevant to some of you. New information coming in. Are you ready? A lot of the time we get given new information. We're not necessarily ready for it when we get given it, but we wouldn't have been given it if we couldn't handle it. Please ignore the background noise. House sitting at the moment, and the creatures here also seem to be feeling their energy shifts at me. Oops, shoulda, woulda, coulda, but didn't. Some of you are feeling a bit of regret for things you should have, would have, or could have done but didn't. And regret's not really helpful to anybody, so maybe acknowledge that that's how you're feeling and move forward. And or if you can't fix what you would have liked to have changed, then maybe just learn from it. It's all anyone can ask. What goes around comes around. Just be mindful what you're putting out there, because quite often what we put out there we get back. Karma is a thing, and quite often it is threefold and sometimes. If you are not sure, meditate on it. On the back of this one I've got the letter S and the number 19, and then upside down I've got return to sender. So some of you whatever it is that you are meditating on, maybe it needs to be returned to sender, or maybe you guys are dealing with a return to sender, being that it came out upside down. I've also got the letter D and the number 4 for those of you that it's relevant for. For those of you that are receiving return to senders, maybe it was returned to you because it was sent with the wrong intent. So be mindful that you are always doing things with love or centered from love, because really at the end of the day, love is the answer, no matter the question. And as far as intent goes, you can't really fault that. So right, we also have don't quit, you're nearly there. So for those of you that are feeling like the battle is all uphill, don't quit, you're just about where you are trying to get to, I guess. Also got the letter I and the number 9, and it is what it is, come out upside down. So for some of you that can't be changed. You know, and if it can't be changed, well, the only constant is change, so there's that, I guess. For those of you that are having trouble finding peace in whatever situation you're dealing with, and for the things, my mum used to have a saying, something along the lines of, God give me the strength, the courage to change the things I can, give me the strength to change the things I can, the courage, something about basically having strength and courage and wisdom, and you know, accepting the things you cannot change, changing the things you can, and being wise enough to know the difference. So for those of you that that's applicable for, you know, always wise words, not necessarily what you want to hear, but you know, I think they wrote a poem about it similar to the Desiderata, but different. Is that it for our beautiful collective spirit? One last card to show us what direction we're headed in with this. It all comes out in the wash. So, you know, for those of you that are feeling like there's a lot of occult knowledge, or, you know, there's a lot of things going on behind the scenes, you know, it almost nearly always comes out in the wash. That's a saying I use a lot. It all comes out in the wash, because quite often it does. Even if you don't bring it to light straight away, quite often it will come to light regardless. Energy never lies. Very accurate statement. Energy doesn't lie. So, you know, if people's words aren't matching their actions, and their actions aren't matching their energy, the chances are, you know, I personally would be relying on the energy, because, you know, energy never lies. And on the back we've got block, you know, fuck no, you're going to watch me rise. So, you know, for those of you that are pouring into people's drama and creation of it, you know, just start ignoring it. They'll get bored and go and find something else to do. You are a star, and we've got the letter P and the number 16 on the back. Don't forget, guys, you're all stars in your own right. You know, you're all amazing. You all have your own gifts. You all have your own journey. No two journeys are the same, you know, and we all walk a different path. We sometimes walk side by side with others, and sometimes those we care about most have to walk a different path, and sometimes that means walking alone, you know, without them for a while. So for those of you that are going through those transitions and those changes, be strong and just know that, you know, you're loved, and peace, love and light.